Oh, there we are.
Oh.
There was a delay.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our celebration for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week here. This is day 2. I am Ricardo with Within the Trenches podcast, Within the Trenches Media, and I'm here with
Sarah Weston from 911 Wonder Woman.
And we are about to get started. We're going to throw in this 30-second intro here really quick, do a couple shares, and we'll be right back with you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. This is going to be day 2 of our celebration for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. We have partnered here with the North Carolina 911 Board, here with Within the Trenches Media, as well as 911 Wonder Women, Inc., and we are live from Orange County Emergency Services in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and it is beautiful around here.
It's just lovely.
Yes, and we are here with...
Hi, everybody. I'm Secretary Weaver. I'm the DIT Secretary here from North Carolina, and also have the privilege of serving as the 911 Board Chair. And so let me say thank you to Kirby and his team for hosting us out here today. Beautiful facility. It's always great to get out and see all the different PSAPs across our great state and the awesome work that they do.
You know, we were just upstairs actually visiting with a lot of those a lot of these heroes that are working right now, and they had a theme going today, right?
Oh, that was awesome. And that's one of the best parts about this week as well, is getting out and seeing the different PSAPs and the different themes. Today's theme here was favorite TV movie character. And there were some quite interesting ones. I probably have to admit that my favorite one was Aladdin.
Yes.
And with the lamp, even with the lamp there. So
yes. I couldn't agree more.
Yes, the shift supervisor is dressed as a fairy, but you can't be a fairy godmother without a princess, is what I told her. So I'm not quite sure. Yeah, somebody had to be the princess.
Well, I mean, Pokey is among us, so.
Oh, yes, here she comes.
Oh, yeah, you got her started already. So,
yes.
Yeah.
She can be the princess. There she is.
And trust me, this energy is here all day. So you guys saw it firsthand yesterday. But let me say, it's great to meet you guys in person. I mean, last year I got to participate virtually as yesterday as well. And so it's great to meet you, Ricardo, and it's great to meet Sarah here in person as well. Still waiting for all the monitors. You know, you're supposed to 911 Wonder Woman, right?
I know. I need to work on it.
Yeah, you should have like 5 phones attached to you or something. Like our awesome PSAP workers here across the state. But you know, we have over 3,000 telecommunicators here in our state. And they're on average taking about 7.2 million calls on an annual basis. And
wow.
You know, I heard the term yesterday. What was the way it was, like the unknown face behind the call, right?
Yes.
You know, and we take it for granted that when we call 911, there's somebody on the other end of the line that's going to answer that call and it's going to know what to do. And these people are just phenomenal here across our state. We are so blessed to have the staff that we do across the state. And as I said yesterday, I'm very proud of the fact that we have the best, I think, 911 program in the country. You know, I give a lot of credit to our executive director, and I'm sure Pokey will do a lap around the table again. And on our team, we have an awesome board. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not possible without the workforce that's out there across all our PSAP communities and doing what they do on a daily basis. And so we have to make sure that we're recognizing the work they do. And this is a challenging job. It's a challenging job to recruit people for. And again, as we talked about yesterday, I think I mentioned about Stephanie and the bravery she showed to talking about the importance of decompression and mental health. We have to help our PSAPs also with recruiting and focusing in all the positive aspects that go with this job and the importance of this role as well. And so, you know, just a little tour this morning here of Orange County and seeing the great, awesome workforce that's there. You know, the camaraderie that's there, the training programs, different things that are there. It's just awesome to hear. And I know Kirby has a lot to be proud of here. And I've never met anybody who's not running an EMS center or a PSAP that's not extremely proud of their staff. And I'm sure Pokey will talk about, if she hasn't, about the competition that's going on here in the state. You know, it's pizza with us. And I guess second place, rumor is cupcakes with Pokey. So I got to do the pizza last year. I missed out on the cupcakes, which is probably a good thing if you look at my figure. But
it's never a good idea.
It's never good. But as I said to the manager upstairs in the PSAP, as they showed us their problem table, as she called it, it was filled with donuts, and it's like that's a terrible problem to have.
It looked amazing.
All kinds of treats.
But again, thank you all for coming out here and being part of this celebration with us. And again, this does help. I mean, I know the team upstairs is enjoying our presence here in the facility. And I'm sure you're going to get them engaged, and hopefully some of them will come down in costume and be brave enough to come down in costume. And, and talk a little bit about it. But I don't want to take up too much time because I know Kirby would really love to talk about the great things that are going on here in Orange County and the great work that his team's doing. So again, I just want to sit here and say thank you to both of you and to our telecommunicators out across our state and across the nation. If you have people nationally listening in on this podcast, thank you all for what you do. It is greatly appreciated. And I have to rush to go join the governor. But again, as I said yesterday, Governor Cooper refers to this team as the state's first responders. And we need to recognize that. We need to celebrate that. And more importantly, then we also need to support them in ensuring that they're getting the access to the same type of benefits and programs that first responders are as well. And that is one of our missions as a board. And we're going to continue to do our best to work towards that. So again, thank you.
Thank you.
And let me get out of the seat here and turn it over to Kirby.
All right. Well, cheers. Well said.
You should give him one of the I am 911 pins to deliver to the governor.
Yes. They are.
I would love to do that.
Yeah. They're actually right there. Yes.
Okay.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
You can show his
Good
support.
idea. Yes. Very well done. Very well done.
I have to say really quickly how special it is to have the state director and the state 911 board, many members of the board here in the 911 center. They were there yesterday. They are showing up, showing their support in person, and that's special. And I want you guys to know that doesn't happen everywhere, and that's a wonderful thing to do.
Yes.
So,
thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Drive safe.
I can't read the comments. I'm too far away.
So
I wanted to read that one. I saw Sarah in Smart, so I just needed to confirm. Thanks, Gary Tammy Hill.
Yes. Well, thank you, sir, for being on it and joining us.
Hi,
It's a pleasure to have you here. And a little bit of background for you, please, for the audience, but also after that, just kind of how you feel about the folks that work here and those that do this amazing job in this profession.
Absolutely. We want to welcome you to Orange County, and I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you.
In the state of North Carolina. You said it beautifully that this is a beautiful place. We believe that Orange County specifically is the best place in the state of North Carolina. It is blue heaven, the right shade of blue. So we'll first start by saying go Tar Heels. We're proud of that, very proud of that here in Orange County, as we are of our telecommunicators. And I couldn't be more proud to represent our staff of 911, our team, our entire team, I say. We know that the telecommunicators are most important on the front lines, but there's a whole team of folks behind them that also support the work that they do and the incredible services they deliver every day. So we're proud to have you here. We're glad that you're here, and we're very proud to represent telecommunicators across the state and the nation. So
this is amazing. It's just the same thing like from yesterday, just how everyone is talking, how it feels like family. Adopt us.
We would love to have you. Come on.
I would love to be an honorary North Carolinian.
Yes.
That's close.
Is that right?
That's close. Maybe I think you have about 3 days before you pick the accent up.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes,
Maybe
I'll
a
try.
little shorter if you spend time with Pokey a little bit longer.
That's true.
Oh, that's great.
Just a little background about myself.
Yes, sir.
This is my 25th year in public safety. I
Wow.
started as a
Very
volunteer when I
nice.
was 16
Oh my gosh.
in EMS. Worked all the way through volunteer and career fire service and EMS service. Unfortunately, I always say fortunately or unfortunately, but I had the unfortunate or fortunate experience to go to Ground Zero during 9/11. I spent 2 weeks at Ground Zero on the PAL. We were there in the first 24 hours. That really shifted my focus over into emergency management and preparedness. And along the way, I had some very great mentors, including telecommunicators and 911 directors. I had my first stint in Virginia and local PSEP. That's where I got to meet our good friend Pokey here, and we collaborated when we both worked in that state. And that's really where I got to see I understood the impact that a telecommunicator had when I was in the field, but I'd never really grasped what goes on behind the scenes, the amount of training, the amount of dedication, the amount of technology support, and purely just the amount of load that is balanced every single day, minute to minute in the PSAP. And I was awestruck. I was amazed at that amount of dedication. Fortunately, I came here in 2014, and I was promoted 2 years ago to the director after our previous director retired. And I always say to our telecommunicators, I don't know how you do it. I don't. I'm also EMB certified. That was part of my commitment. My previous team that I worked with, we were transitioning over to protocols, and I promised them if they went through EMD training, I would go through it with them.
Oh, cool.
So I'm proud to say I'm EMD certified. I barely passed that test.
It's a hard test. I mean,
it is.
It's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, and I'm still awestruck about how you do it. It definitely is not a job. It is a calling. I'm always say that, and that's general for public safety, but particularly for telecommunicators. Here in Orange County, I couldn't be more proud of our team. We are the central PSAP for over 150,000 residents, 450 square miles, including we have the University of North Carolina in our community. UNC campus has a dispatch center, but if it's fire and medical, it has to come to us. So it takes a lot of collaboration to work with a university system, a campus such as large as UNC Chapel Hill. And our team is incredibly strong, even, and I always say this from the last several months, I keep saying it over and over again, even in the stress of unprecedented staffing shortage, our team is so resilient. And I still don't know how they do it. I still don't know how, the only thing I can attest that to is that inner burning and desire to help and to answer that calling. That's the only answer I can give to how an individual stays committed to being a telecommunicator for so long and dedicated. Not just that, it's not coming to work. It's the passion, it's the empathy, it's the professionalism that they give every single day that just amazes me. And here in Orange County, just to put that in perspective, last year we answered over 195,000 calls. They dispatched and monitored over 92,700 incidents. They provided CPR instructions to more than 266 victims of cardiac arrest.
Oh my gosh.
And the good news, they delivered 3 babies last year. So we are incredibly proud of our team here in 911 in Orange County. We are fortunate in our agency that we are all, our disciplines are 911, fire, marshals, life safety, EMS, and emergency management, all in one agency. That makes collaboration and coordination much, much better and much tighter. And so we couldn't be more proud, and we couldn't, I couldn't say enough how strongly we support, and we treat all of our telecommunicators and our entire team just as we do an EMS first responder or a fire first responder. And we recognize that importance and the role they fill every single day. They are the first responders. And so we couldn't echo the sentiment and the support to reclassify them any louder than anybody else could. And we're fortunate to have our team here, and we're fortunate to have you all here with us as well.
Well, thank you.
We're fortunate to be here.
Yes. I think one of the biggest things as we kind of go into the wrap up of this segment here, which has been awesome to have you on here and to hear you talk about your folks and everything. I think one of the reasons too that people stay and do this is because of this type of support, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is incredibly important. And we have the strong support. I always function from the mentality, my number one job is to support the people that make the difference every day. So I look at our organizational chart as it should be an inverted pyramid. I'm on the bottom. My job is to support the people that support them, that support the frontline telecommunicators. Last year, we had the evidence of support from not just me, but our county, our elected officials, our county manager. Last year, we did significant pay increases. In fact, over 74% of our agency, our organization, including our telecommunicators, got an increase from 12 to 42%.
Wow.
And we put them on a step pay schedule. So we are proud, very proud of our team, but we're also proud of the accomplishments that we're making thanks to the support of our community and our elected officials and our board. It is tremendous. It goes so far to help us not just reward those that are here and retain them and recognize them. That's so important in today's society, that somebody can live a comfortable life. I think that's even more important for somebody who gives of themselves every single day to others. So we're fortunate for that.
Wow. Yes. And here in the comments as well, people are saying, I love that. Absolutely. We work for them. So are y'all hiring? Because I mean,
you're inspiring people across the country.
You're definitely inspiring a lot of folks here. So this is awesome.
I'm glad. I can't see all the comments. It's a little far away, but I'm glad to hear that. That's how we folks. And yes, we are hiring. We will give you an application before you leave.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on and sharing a little bit about yourself. And of course, the support and the amazing things that all of your folks are doing.
Absolutely. Thank you. I'll be remiss if I didn't thank all of your viewers and telecommunicators across the country. Thank you so much for what you do every single day, for every resident and person that you help. It really does make an impact. And I always say a telecommunicator has saved my behind more than one time. And I don't ever forget that.
Thank you. See, all of you right there watching. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. This has been excellent.
Yes.
You got the energy going, and so hello. How are you doing?
Good to see you again.
Yes, you as well.
Sorry. Hello, Bo.
All right, how are you guys?
Hi,
Welcome.
Thank you for having me on again today.
Yes, no, this is good. We've got you here. So, for those who are new, who are watching today and everything, please, a little background to those who are watching here, and then, of course, the importance and everything of this week.
Sure. Good to be on again. I'm Bo Ferguson. I am the Deputy City Manager right next door in Durham, North Carolina. In that capacity, I oversee the public safety department, so police, fire, community safety, and most importantly for today's conversation, our emergency communications 911 center. So very happy to be there. I also serve as the vice chair to the state 911 board.
Mm-hmm.
So this subject is very near and dear to my heart, and it's been a great week for us in Durham and across the state to celebrate our awesome 911 telecommunicators.
That is excellent. There's so much stuff that's been going on, a lot of different stories and everything that have been shared. Can you think of any stories that you've heard of, whether it be, not so much, kind of the hard calls, but also, some of those good calls or the saves? We were talking about one earlier. I think there was one that was shared last year. That's what was said right when we were upstairs. It was about someone who had called in because they were locked in their vehicle. They're inside their vehicle, but they didn't realize that there was a button. And, a lot of people hear that and stuff, and it's funny, and people think, oh, that's ridiculous. How would you not know? But when you're in a moment like that, everything goes out, right? You don't know.
Right.
So,
but what you do know is that people at 911 will help you.
Exactly.
So in situations like that where people have that panic, where they have that fear, obviously we mostly just want people to call 911 when they're in crisis, but underlying that, I think it's just so critically important that people know that if they're in an emergency, this is what they do. And I know for our 911 telecommunicators, it is a great day when they can just help someone, get out of a locked car. But, one of the, I was thinking about this last night. I was watching the news and they had released the 911 calls from the horrific mass shooting in Louisville earlier this week. And it was top of the news, and two of those calls just have been haunting me. But what was so amazing, I know so many of us, when we listen to those calls, we listen to the caller. Of course, I think some of us listen to the telecommunicator. And there was one woman who was calling from inside the bank, and she was reporting that, she heard shots fired. And the telecommunicator had so much empathy and compassion in her voice, and yet was giving such clear and direct instructions to help this woman stay safe in what is clearly always going to be the worst day of her life. And I just was so moved hearing that. And then just another call that I can't fathom how our telecommunicators do this, but it was from the mother of the shooter, and the mother of the shooter had called 911 on a tip from a roommate that that the shooter might be en route to the bank. And, the mother, of course, was beside herself, couldn't and didn't want to believe that her son might ever be involved in a tragedy like this. The telecommunicator was just phenomenally professional, getting information that law enforcement would need to help respond and react to that tragedy. And, I hate to inject something so serious into our conversation today, but I was just so struck with there could not be a clearer example of how critically important 911 telecommunicators are in our public safety system. A tragedy happened on Monday, but we don't know how many lives were saved because of the very quick action and the incredible professionalism of the people taking those calls. And that is every day in all of our communities, understanding that there are calls happening like that, and people are putting people in these roles in our emergency communication centers are putting aside their human emotions to handle these situations, but to provide care and compassion to the people who are calling. And it's just so important that we have conversations like this to celebrate them. It's so important that we have leadership across the state of North Carolina to support this profession. And so I know that may not be the uplifting story you were looking for, but I will tell you this
is good.
As I heard those calls last night, I just couldn't think of a more poignant, difficult, but poignant discussion of the work that these people do.
One of the things you said is we don't know how many lives were saved because of the actions of the 911 professionals. And I think that is part of the job too, is you don't know. I mean, when you lose somebody, and sometimes when you save somebody, but in a situation like that, you have no idea what the ripple effect of your actions as a 911 professional are. And that's hard, right? Because we want to know, like, we're making impact and how well we're doing at our job, and, we're saving lives, but they don't get that a lot. So that's another reason why it's important that we celebrate them and know that you're not always going to know your impact, but it's definitely there.
One of the things I'm really proud of in Durham, as a deputy city manager over all the public safety departments, I do get to try and help tell those stories back to 911. So when I have police and I have fire and I have community safety, those departments, get to follow through on a lot of those calls. And so, they've developed, I think, a really good habit of circling back to 911 and saying, here's how we were able to help resolve that case, or here's, the help that we were able to provide. And I think that's really important and something that we probably need to continue to focus on. But it's important because, 911 telecommunicators are usually at the start of the story.
Right.
And of course we have, I'm so proud of all the public safety professionals that then, take the ball and resolve a lot of these situations. But it's important to get closure and obviously, for these employees that we thrust into this situation, we put them on the front lines. It's really important for us as leaders to think about how we help them close out some of those events and those feelings that they get. So.
Yeah, I like that you are in this role where you hear these stories and you're able to bridge that gap with all of emergency services sharing these stories, because a lot of times people don't get to hear it. And I love that you pointed out as well, because I really didn't think about this at first, is that when you hear these calls, a lot of people, they're not paying attention all the time to those who are answering that call.
Right.
They're paying attention to the person who's, screaming, and all this other stuff. But you point that out. And those who are watching and everything will probably now start thinking more about that, to hear how these professionals are being professional and really handling all of these calls, the job that they have, how important it is.
Well, and it's amazing. I mean, if, almost any night on your local news or on the national news, you can hear a 911 call getting played. And it's just, if you're in this profession or if you've been exposed to it, it's just so consistent. It can be a small town in central Iowa, it can be a major metropolitan city, but you just so clearly hear how well we've trained our 911 telecommunicators to get that information, to manage that call, to help control the emotion of the caller and get critical information. Then it's very humbling for someone like myself who, as we discussed yesterday, cannot do this job, could not do this job, and am not well prepared for it, to hear how well and how consistently across our country and certainly in our state, how well folks are trained to do this in such difficult circumstances. And so I think that's I do love that about being able to hear those calls on TV. We're usually watching those stories because something terrible has happened, but it is it is reassuring to know that we have these professionals there who are looking out for people.
Perfect. Well, thank you so very much, sir, for coming on again, especially here in person with us.
Yes.
And this
So
has
much
been-
better.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. And I know you guys had long travel yesterday. We're glad to have you in the central part of the state. It was great to see you in Western North Carolina, and we hope that you will come back all the time. And thank you so much for the work you're doing to help recognize our telecommunicators. It's such an important story to tell, and you guys are telling it really well. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you.
It's been a
Thank
pleasure to have
you.
you here.
Yes.
Yay! This has been excellent. Again, this is good.
It's
This
more
has been good
coffee.
stuff.
Amazing.
And we have the famous,
Oh no.
The
No.
infamous.
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 So we have Pokey with us here, and
Oh, she has a gift.
we are going to be
Oh my
doing
goodness.
a giveaway here.
Speaking of
how
fairy
can-
godmother.
How can I say any more than what the secretary and Bo have already said, and then Kirby? I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to try to win hearts by giving prizes.
You know what? We should get the fairy godmother down here to give a couple of prizes too.
We will do that.
Yes.
That would be
Yes,
awesome.
Yes, the
Yes.
Mary Godmother.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this is our first prize.
All right.
So there we go.
And then you've got the random number. So we've got a camera up here. Roxy says, Pokey is so cute.
Hi, Roxy. Thank you. Roxy? That's who. Hey, how are
Yeah,
you?
she's in Kansas.
Yes. I've heard Roxy speak.
Yeah, I was going to say,
nice.
she said
Wow.
something up here at the top. I want to look for it really quick. Roxy, I'm looking for you, your comment here. Now I
No.
can't find it. But she said something like, I think we all need a Pokey in our lives.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
yeah.
we do.
Can I come to Texas and just spend some time with you? I'd be happy to do that.
Well, in Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I need to come to Kansas anyway. Yes.
Okay.
There you go,
Yes.
Roxy.
There we are.
Yes. Thank you, Roxy.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of people that are jumping in here, and oh, look at there she is right there. You can come anytime, sweet lady. All right, that is excellent.
Very good.
And Gary Tammy Hill here is saying, "Wait, there's a Pokey and a fairy godmother." Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Both.
amazing.
And Aladdin.
Yes.
And a genie
Aladdin.
lamp.
Yes.
That I know you're going to have great wishes because I have the photo of you rubbing the lamp.
I hope so.
Yes. She wished for 3 things.
That is perfect.
Yes.
So this one is going to come from the generator. Oh, this one is this one is for us. Okay,
Right.
so I'm going to throw this up here. This is going to be for what I had set up for everyone to fill out. So there was about 80 or so people, 78, I don't know, something like that. So I'm going to throw that on the screen here, and then we're going to go ahead and click the spin.
Oh, that's a fun noise.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a fun wheel. And the winner is
The winner is going to be.
Brittany Dye.
There you go,
Brittany Dyes.
Brittany.
So, do you have her address?
I have her email.
Her email.
Yes.
Okay.
So I've got your name
Yes.
and email. It's part of that and everything.
Yeah.
And I'll send it over to all of you, and
Yes.
they will get a hold of you, and we will go from there. So
We-
congratulations.
We promise we will get that to you. It may
Yes.
take us a little while to get the logistics worked out, but we will get that to you. Brittany, thank you so much. So,
All right.
without further ado, I'm going to step away and turn my seat over to someone who has something very important to share with us today.
All right. Sounds
Okay,
good.
So,
Amazing.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
And thank
you.
you for recognizing the support of the leadership, whether it's with the 911 board
Of course.
or the organizations. I so agree with what Kirby said. It's that inverted pyramid.
Mhm.
That's what it has to be.
Mhm.
He was so on point.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
that
going to
was
step away
awesome.
now.
yes.
And I think my friend Christine Moore is going to join us. Yay!
Oh, snaps.
She's here, folks.
Yes.
She's in the room.
We're excited. and we continue on. Did you get your coffee after all?
Yeah, I'm just drinking it.
All right, I know somebody put this on wrong yesterday. So.
Oh, you got it. You're
Everybody-
good.
Yeah.
Am
No,
I good?
no, you're good now. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yesterday, because it was on the other side, wanted to make sure that when they were turning to the right, that the cord wasn't on the right, so they weren't choking. So now that it's on the other side, yes.
Good deal.
Yes. So you're good to go. This is excellent. And welcome, Christine Moore.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm happy to be here and in person today.
Yes.
Yeah, we are happy to
I
have
got to
you
hug
here.
next, and
Yes.
it made
We
me
got
very
so many
happy.
hugs.
Yes. Josh here says, Madam President, good morning.
Oh, hi, Josh. Good morning.
Yes, this is awesome. So, how are you doing? And we talked a little bit yesterday, but for those who are watching and maybe didn't see everything yesterday, just a little bit of background on you, and then this week and your message, please.
Okay, well, I'm the operations manager for Guilford Metro 911 in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I serve as the president for North Carolina APCO for 21 more days.
That's right.
Not that I'm, wishing it away. I'm just saying it's 21 more days. It's been an excellent year. I have been in dispatch for almost 21 years and in public safety for almost 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's like everybody has been saying, pretty much a calling for you as well.
It is, absolutely. So I knew when I was 12 that I wanted to be a police officer. And that was all I ever wanted to do. It's what my degree is in, criminal justice. It was kind of the thing. I didn't want to get married. I didn't want kids. God had different plans for me. I met my husband in rookie school for becoming an officer. And so we got married, thankfully, and that was almost 22 years ago. But we wanted to start a family. And so I was going to come inside temporarily in communications and then seek another field, and fell in love and have been there ever since. It's absolutely what I was meant to do.
Wow.
Yeah.
It seems to be the thing, right? That people get into it and they fall in love. And there it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So this week, the importance of this week.
Oh, gosh. So, we try to honor our telecommunicators throughout the year. We celebrate their successes. Guilford Metro are really good about putting things out on social media and saying, hey, this is our lifesavers for the week and that kind of thing. But when it comes down to TC Week, Telecommunications Week, it's a time to not only celebrate our frontline telecommunicators that are doing the incredible work, nights, weekends, holidays kind of thing, but we also celebrate those that keep us in business, right? So our IT professionals and our training and quality assurance and our radio shop people. So it's a time where we can celebrate all things 911 and what makes it actually work, so that our telecommunicators can be there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for those that are in need. So it's just a wonderful week.
Oh, that's really cool. That's cool perspective.
Yes, very much so. And I was gonna look to you as well, because you have a a tech background and everything, and the importance of that, recognizing it so that everybody knows how it works.
Yeah, and I think from that perspective, when you do this kind of work, even in a tech capacity, when you go into the center and you see these professionals doing their job and taking the calls, it gives your job purpose too. It's like, I'm installing a network or I'm installing new equipment, but I'm doing it for them and for public safety. So to recognize that in those folks too is awesome, and it helps them want to do better. And also, the 911 professionals in the center know that these people are here to support them and are there for them. So I think that's a cool two-way street.
You can't have one without the other.
Right? That's right.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And looking here in the comments, well, first, Herman, I believe his message was you saying 21 days, because he says, are you counting?
How many hours and seconds
Herman,
is
that
that?
means in 21 days you become president,
Ooh.
sir.
Oh, there you go. That's what it is. And then, Gary Tamihill. I'm sorry, this is make you spit the coffee out. He says, good point. IT is often overlooked. And I like that you mentioned that as well. So like my brother, works for the 911 Solutions company that I used to work for, and he started out as working out in the field, doing IT and installing a lot of the network and doing a lot of other things. And he would tell me some of those things, and I would say to him, how does it feel for you to be in there and listening to a lot of this? He goes, it makes me want to work harder and do what needs to be done so that they can do what they have to do.
Yes.
And that's truly the consensus that I get from the team that supports us. And, we wouldn't be able to do what we do and make an impact on people's lives and save lives without them. Yes, we can go to cards if it's necessary, and we can look at card sets for our questions and protocols, but at the same token, it slows the process down.
Right.
And so by having all of these services up and running 99.9% of the time, really 100% of the time, you're actually providing a much better service and you're actually making a greater impact in the community. So
that is excellent. We've got Kaylee here saying, we love you, Christine.
Oh, I love you, Kaylee.
And then Mary's saying, a shout out to Huntsville, Madison County 911 call center, IT, and mapping.
Yes.
They are the absolute best.
That's awesome.
Yes,
That's
that is
awesome.
excellent. Well, it has been great to have you on here.
Well, thank you. And I think Pokey wanted me to
Yes.
share.
Proclamation.
Oh, okay.
Yes, please.
Let's do this.
This is a proclamation that was given by the governor of North Carolina, Roy Cooper, in honor of Public Safety Telecommunicator Week. And it says, I'll see if I can read it with my failing eyes.
Take your time.
So,
We're good.
okay, thank you. So, whereas emergencies that require law enforcement, fire, or emergency medical services can occur at any time, and whereas public safety telecommunicators provide a continuous link between those in need to the emergency service providers who will respond to assist, and whereas when an emergency occurs, the prompt response of law enforcement officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and the safety of our communities. And whereas the safety of our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and paramedics depend in part upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from people who contact the Emergency Communications Centers of North Carolina. And whereas public safety telecommunicators provide 24-hour-a-day service and are the first contact many people have with emergency services. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are a lifeline for our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and paramedics, monitoring their activities by radio and advanced computer systems and providing them information to help ensure their safety. And whereas public safety telecommunicators exhibit compassion, understanding, and professionalism in their duties, and whereas the state of North Carolina commends the many dedicated public safety telecommunicators whose ongoing contributions help keep our state and residents safe. Now, therefore, I, Roy Cooper, Governor of the State of North Carolina, do hereby proclaim April 9th through the 15th, 2023 as Public Safety Telecommunicator Week in North Carolina and commend its observation to all citizens.
Very nice. Hear, hear.
Awesome.
Yes. Cheers to that.
It's a pretty awesome thing to get such amazing support from.
Yes.
From our elected officials, like I
Yes.
spoke about yesterday, and to have the governor, he has done this a couple of years in a row now, to have a proclamation in support of 911 telecommunicators. So it's wonderful and awesome, and it's just another way that we're showing support to our teams across the state. So
So good. Such a good vibe in here, man. It's all of it. Yeah, this
yes,
has been
yes.
great.
So
That is awesome. Well, thank you again.
thank you so much for having me 2 days in a row, and I'm so glad that I got to see you guys, and everybody enjoy the rest of the show.
All right.
All
Thank you
right,
very
thank
much. Good
you.
seeing you as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So we have one more giveaway first before our next guest comes up here. And this, okay, so this will be one that we roll up here as well. I'll hold it up if you want to speak on it.
Oh, it's one of our Empower Pride 911 t-shirts.
Yeah. Love the color.
Very soft
I
and
know.
comfy
Yes,
and cozy.
Very nice. Okay, so here we go. And then we've got our next guest that's going to be jumping in here as well as we do this here.
She wheeled her way on in here.
Yes. All right. So before I spin this for everyone to see who wins the next shirt, your name, please.
Jessica Slaughter.
Very nice to meet you, Jessica. And you are dressed as?
Jesse from Pixar movie Toy Story.
Yes, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So as we were saying earlier, we were upstairs, and actually, I'll have you explain this here in just one moment.
Okay.
And I'll do this here really quick. And so we're going to go ahead and spin this. There's that sound that you love, as I can see it in your eyeballs.
I'm twitching.
Yeah, it was.
Ashley
Birch.
Congratulations.
Yes. Congratulations. There you go. And you'll be getting an email as well for what you just won. Thank you so much. So let me remove that from there. All right, we got folks here saying, "Yay, Ashley!" Oh, okay, so they know Ashley. All right, cool. Yes, perfect. Let her know. Let her know that she won. Yes, this will be on here for replay either way. But thank you for joining us here and everything. So as I was saying, we were upstairs and everyone was dressed up. If you could please talk about that a little bit, but also a little bit of your background.
Okay, so this week we have like Spirit Week, kind of with the National Telecommunicator Week, and as a group, we all decided to dress as some type of Disney. We're supposed to be princesses, so Jessie from Toy Story this week. So that's what we were doing. We're great as a group doing that. So, I love our shift.
Yeah, no,
They all seem so fun.
Right,
We were just
went
up there.
and you were taking some pictures, right? So,
Mhm.
which you'll see a little bit later on and all. But how did you get into dispatch to begin with?
Well, I needed a job.
Perfect.
The end.
In the end, yes.
Yeah, that's our time, folks.
So I was a first responder EMT with our local fire department, and then this job came open, and I applied, and I was able to get in. So, and I like helping people, so it's just my thing. So.
Was it kind of listening to the some of the traffic or anything or did you do any sit-alongs at all, just to kind of pique that interest, I guess?
Well, as a first responder, you get to hear all kinds of radio traffic, like you're saying. So,
Yeah.
And then as an EMT, I got to do my ride-alongs with other agencies, with Person County, which was great. And that's why I have that desire to help people. And, I want to be behind the scenes more so than out in the field. So that's where I came from. So.
Well, you've got people here in the comments saying, "Same girl, same. Just needed a job." And then over here, main reason for most, love the profession. Come right after. So yeah, love it. Go Jessie. Kelly Penny says that. Go Jessie.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh, okay. So you know Kelly.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Well, good. Yes, awesome. Do you remember some of your maybe some earlier calls that you had taken when you had first started? Any that you feel comfortable sharing, that is. Yes.
She's like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
do,
none of
but
your
I don't know.
business.
I know, right? Just like, leave now.
Well, it wasn't a call here, but it was as a first responder. We did have we delivered a baby. The parents did deliver the baby right before, and I got to cut the umbilical cord. That was really great. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then, on the backside, on the call taking side, I haven't actually gotten that far yet as far as delivering a baby, which Marianne, our supervisor, got to do that recently, and she was real excited. So that's exciting for us. So.
Yeah, definitely. When I was in dispatch, I had a couple of those, but I never got my stork pin. Right. I am always going to be slightly salty about that, but it wasn't anybody's fault. The dad, the caller, he ends up running next door with his kids, and I hear him, and I said, "Where are you going, sir? You left your wife?" And because they're at home, right? And he goes, I have to drop off my kids at the neighbors. And so when he got back, and I hear him running and stuff, and he's like kind of trying not to laugh because this is comical too, and I'm trying not to laugh either, trying to stay professional. And then I hear the baby crying, and I thought, oh no, the baby was born before I had the chance. Right. I was so close.
Did he miss it?
Well, yeah. Yeah, the
Okay, I have so many
was,
questions.
baby was born. So,
I have so many
yes,
questions.
the baby was crowning at the time. Okay, and he at that time started hauling and he ran. So when he came back, the baby was already born.
Why
And
was that more important?
to drop the children off at the neighbors?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get me in
But-
touch with him.
I know. Yes, yeah, it was a dude. I mean, what do you
Man in
expect?
crisis.
But yeah, so I mean, it is nerve-wracking, right? So it's one thing to be there, in front, but now you'll end up being on the phone
Right.
and trying to do it that way.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it? Oh, then look at your face.
To get a stork pin? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
It'll
And-
happen for you.
Yeah.
I know
Right,
it.
yeah. And if you do, send me a picture and I'll just live through it with you. So
Okay, great.
You gotta rub the genie lamp when you get back up there.
There, Kelly's
Oh,
genie lamp.
Yes.
that's right.
Yes.
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 Thank
Well, thank you so very much for being on and sharing a little bit of your background and stories and such. And thank you for the job that you do.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much for
having
what
me.
you do.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right.
And be
are
careful
going to
getting back up
continue-
there.
Yes.
All right, great.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
I'll have to get the story of how you hurt yourself later.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
tell us.
I didn't hurt myself.
Oh.
It's tendonitis.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very painful.
Yes. it
Yes,
can
I've had
be.
that before.
Yeah. I thought you were going to tell me like, Woody's horse. Like,
Well,
what's his name? Bullseye?
Yes.
Is it Bullseye?
That's Jesse's
Yeah.
horse. It's not Woody's horse.
I mean, technically, isn't it Woody's?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Woody's.
All right.
It's Woody's.
She
Okay,
says
fine.
no. Either way.
Thank
I,
you,
I,
guys.
I was gonna make up the scenario like Bullseye clocked you in the leg or something.
He would never.
Well, either way, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
Thank
for
you.
coming on. Oh, this is good.
So, she has one of those little scooter things where she has a brace on her lower leg and you like
Yes.
scoot around.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes. For those who are watching here, that's,
Okay,
that's
I've
what it
got
is.
something special for you. We're just giving this stork pin
What?
for you.
Are you serious? Oh man, you're gonna make me cry. Oh well, thank you, thank you for that. Oh man.
You deserve it.
All right.
Well, that was awesome. Thank you
job.
all for that. Holy moly, that is
What a moment.
the coolest.
Oh, how cool.
Thank you.
Oh,
All right.
All right,
Well,
thank
and we're
you.
live, so wow. Thank you so much for being on. Yes,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah. It was a girl too. It was a girl because I had joked around saying that if I had the chance, I was going to tell the father to name his daughter Ricarda.
Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo, but with an A instead of an O. That is amazing. Wow. Look at that.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yes. I don't even know where to go from here. That is amazing.
Y'all, Ricardo is speechless.
I know,
I
and,
don't know if I've ever experienced that.
Oh, wow. Oh, thanks. That's even Melanie, welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Good
It is good to have you here
In
in
person.
Yes, I'm so happy to be
Yes.
here.
Yes, this is good. So, welcome. And for those who might not have been watching yesterday, a little background on yourself, please.
So my name is Melanie Jones. I'm the executive director with Guilford Metro 911 in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm also the APCO representative on the North Carolina 911 board, and I'm the National NENA second vice president. I've been in public safety for 35 years. I was full-time deputy sheriff for 10 and a half years and been doing 911 for 24.
Man, you have been doing all of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So, how important is not just this week, but what everyone does in this profession to you? Because Sarah and I have, we've heard you talk and just the passion and everything, and to continue moving on and progressing, evolving, just all of it in this amazing profession that we're in. What does it mean to you?
So my passion is having the telecommunicators recognized for the work that they do. And so because they are never seen and they're only heard, people don't understand what they deal with. There's just not an understanding. And we need to educate our representatives and our senators, especially at that federal level, to know the traumas that we deal with so that we can be correctly classified as first responders. So that's my passion right now. So the 911 Goes to Washington event is my top one.
Oh,
I love the words you use, correctly classified.
yes.
I like that when you
Yes.
start saying that.
Very much so. And talking about 911 Goes to Washington as well, Sarah, we've been to that conference a lot.
Many
Right.
years.
And
Yeah.
so, for you, from your opinion, how important is that one as well? Especially to have, and it seems like this most recent couple, there have been more frontline, those wearing the headset and everything that have been going to not only this conference, but also the standards and best practices.
Oh gosh,
Your
I don't
thoughts?
even know where to start. So
Because there's a lot to it, right? Yes.
probably my first 911 Goes to Washington was like 2008-ish, because I started working with the National 911 program.
Mhm.
And it was a lot smaller back then. It's definitely grown. And a lot of folks that were there, the main purpose was to go to the Hill and do the Hill visits, which is still a huge part of it.
Mhm.
But now we have more supervisors and frontline folks going to the conference, as you said, and learning about the legislative process.
Mhm.
So there's some more sessions that Nina does to educate, like how to speak to a representative, how to contact them, how to thank them after, how to build that relationship instead of just like one and done. Like what you
Yes.
leave behind for them, how to address a staffer, how to respect a staffer, because a lot of the times they're the people that get the stuff done, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, I think we try to carry that through too in the work that we do, is that don't think that because you're, quote, just a dispatcher, which I want to throw up even saying,
Right. Yes.
that you don't have a way to make these connections and build these relationships. And now with the reclassification effort that's happening at the state level more and more, so you don't have to go to Washington to make
Right.
a difference. You can go to your state capital.
Correct. Yep. And so this year's event, we had over 100 first-time attendees.
Wow.
Which was incredible. I mean, when we had them stand up at the opening session and they announced it was over 100 first-time attendees, we were so happy with
I
that.
got chills.
Wow. So
It's important.
as we're just kind of talking about this as well, how important, in your opinion, is it to have a lot more from the front line in conferences like that, to not only just be recognized, but to give their input onto progressing 911 as a whole?
I think it's critical because they are the people that are still taking those calls. They're still the ones that can express what they're hearing and what they're feeling. Because when you meet with those legislative aides and legislative assistants, they will ask many times, can you tell me a little bit about a call you've taken? And so because I'm not doing that anymore, I can't share except from an older perspective the calls that I've taken.
Mhm.
But the people there that are on front lines now, they can say exactly just day before yesterday, this is what I did. And so it's imperative to have them there.
That's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially with new technology and everything that's coming in.
Exactly.
It is, the game is completely changed, even from when I started in 2001 and finished off in 2013. Like a lot of that technology had not come in even at 2013. So
Correct.
all of it is completely different now.
It is. And it's changing weekly.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's for sure changing weekly.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes. Well, it has been very, very good to have you back on here and to share your insight and all. And where do you go from here?
Today?
Today or today,
It's a
today
daily
or
thing.
just other conferences and stuff, because we've seen you on social media. You're everywhere.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So I do a lot of travel for the NINA board, and then my full-time job, I do travel for that as well. So we have our North Carolina Public Safety Communications Conference coming up April the
Yes.
30th through May 4th.
Right, yeah.
So,
So soon.
yeah. So looking very
Oh,
forward to
geez.
that. Yeah.
That's coming.
Yeah.
that's good. And it's a good one. If
It
you've
is.
not been to that conference yet, it is a good one. And I was out there. It was at
Cherokee.
Yes, Cherokee.
Mhm.
It was out there. That one was one of the coolest one of the coolest venues that I've been to do Imagine Listening, because it's an amphitheater. So I was
Wow.
on stage, and I remember when I was on stage and it was full. Right behind everyone were all of the industry partners.
Yep.
And I remember getting on the microphone and I said, all of you who are industry partners right now, if you don't fully know what these professionals do, you're about to find out. And just within the first few minutes of stories that were being shared, almost all of the industry partners were standing behind. I'm getting goosebumps now. It's just thinking about it, because it was a moment. And I ended up getting off the stage to stand in front of everyone. And all of the industry partners were in back of all the 911 professionals just listening and their emotion. And then afterwards, I remember them saying, some of us had no idea.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by educating. They just don't understand. If you've not sat in the seat and listened and taken those calls, it is hard to comprehend what we do. So, and on a side note, if anybody's interested in the audience out there, I've got some really good video of Ricardo dancing at that conference. So let me know if you want to see it.
Yeah. With
Rachel.
With Rachel. Yes. I was going to say with Rachel, right?
Yep.
It was to a song by PM Dawn.
Yes.
Yes.
It was great.
Oh yeah. That was a good conference. That was very good. So again, if you've not been there, make sure to check it out. Yep. Thank you very much again.
Thank y'all
and
so much.
actually,
Thank you, Melanie.
before
Yes.
you leave, we're
We're
going
gonna
to
do another giveaway.
Let's spin the wheel.
We've got an Amazon $25 gift card.
Oh, so this is a different. How does this person win?
they
Random number generator. Okay.
So,
Okay.
there you go.
So this was the winner.
Yes.
So the winner for the $25 Amazon gift card is Sherry Wolf with Cleveland County, North Carolina. Congratulations, Sherry. Woo!
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I have to say something.
Yes.
So Melanie's like Elvis in Santa Claus. She's everywhere.
That is true. That is
Do
true.
you have your blue suede shoes on too?
Yeah, no, I got my Santa Claus boots on today.
Yes, you do. And the sleigh is outside. So
Yes.
we saw it. It was amazing.
Yes. Thank you all so
Yes.
much. We really
Thank
appreciate you
you.
coming to North Carolina.
Thank
Yes.
you. It's an honor. It's been good. Right. That is
Elvis.
excellent. Yes.
Elvis.
All right.
Here comes Mr. Lawrence.
And I have to follow Elvis and Santa.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
don't know.
that's
Right. How do you,
impossible.
how
How
do
am
you
I going to
do
do
that?
that?
I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know.
Well,
Well, we're happy you're
yeah.
here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, we are happy to have you here and get to hear a little bit about yourself as well. So please, a little background.
So I have been with Orange County for 4 years.
Mhm.
I'm assistant supervisor on D shift. Good D shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
We're currently on nights, so I shouldn't be here now, but I am. So,
That's right.
so
That's
if I
right.
say
Off your sleep.
anything, if I say anything I shouldn't say, that's why.
Do you happen to know a young lady named Alexandra?
That's my daughter.
Woo, go mom, she says.
She told me she was going to watch. She lives in New York. And
Oh,
so-
wow. Wow.
Awesome.
Watching from Brooklyn. So holler Brooklyn.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what shift did you have last night?
Actually, I was off last night. So
Oh. So you're still, so
it's my day off. But yeah,
Yes.
so I'm here on my day off, which is fine.
yes.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. And-
So
and
glad
the
you're
reason
here.
I was asking too is because there were a lot of times when I worked midnight shift that I wouldn't go to sleep, and I would have to keep my schedule the way it was, kind of
Yes.
like how you're doing here.
You do what you have to. Yeah, do what you have to do to stay
Yes.
on schedule. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the importance of this week to you, and also maybe a call or so that you had taken.
Yeah, it's we're pretty good about treating our TCs well all the time. We try to anyway.
Mhm.
When you're at minimum staffing, it's kind of hard to do that. But this week is important because it's nice that everybody goes out of their way to. Even friends of mine are like, "Wow, I don't know how you do what you do," and so it's nice to have a week set aside. I saw something that ice cream has a day, but TCs get a whole week. So we must be better.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So in terms of calls, I don't know. what sticks with me are happy ones and bad ones. I was delivered a baby as well, so I was happy to
Oh,
do
you
that.
got your stork pin.
I know,
I
he's
see
got your
that.
stork
My story, now you have
Yes.
one.
I
You
know.
can wear it.
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, put it on.
Oh.
Yeah. And I get when Kirby gave me mine, I said, "Do I get to wear this on my uniform?" He said, "Well, I guess you could over your name tag." And I said, "Okay." So I did.
Yes, nice.
So those are good calls,
Yep.
and of course the negative ones can stay with you too. But
Right.
even in those negative times, what we consider bad calls, you can take some message out of that usually, and I try and do that. I had one that sticks with me, an older man, and called, and he gave me his address where he was, his location where he was, and he repeated it, and he gave me his telephone number, and he said, "I've just committed euthanasia and I'm about to commit suicide."
Wow.
And he did. And I tried to call him back, and it turns out that it wasn't a couple from local, and they were older, and his wife had been very sick for a long time. And to me, what I took away from that was to be in a position to make that decision where you feel like that is the best option. How difficult for them to be that, and how we would not want to be in that position.
Right.
Right. So I hate to be, such a horrible call, but it does stick with me. It sticks with me for that reason.
Right.
Like, appreciate what you have and appreciate everything around you. And I would hate to be, I can't imagine being in that position to consider
Right.
that to be the best.
And in this profession, you find out right away how short life can be.
Yes.
It puts everything into perspective.
Yes.
And really kind of pushes you to. So, for example, like this tattoo that I have on my wrist, it's like a clock. It's time. It's the time is now. And for me, it's a reminder that things that I want to do, I should be doing now and not waiting, because all of those years working in dispatch, we don't know.
Right.
Things could change like that.
Very fast.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons that I'm really passionate about mental health issues for TCs. And I'm kind of trying to drive that here in our center, because I think we're so used to, you take a call like that, you get up for 10 minutes, and then you get back and take the next call.
Right.
Right. And it may be something like, "Oh, I've been vomiting for a week and I need to go to the hospital," and you just want to go, "Really? Like, is this a pre-hospital emergency?" It's not, right? But we still have to give that person the best customer service that we give everybody
Of course.
else.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we really need to address more than we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think one of the biggest things as well that we've been seeing, not just from yesterday, but also of course from today, is the amount of support that everyone is giving each other. And I know, like in your group, even with the private group you have, which is over like 13,000 women that are in there, the amount of support and people feeling comfortable to be open and vulnerable to share their story. I mean, you can attest to that.
Yeah, I think sometimes it starts with having that conversation and speaking up and say, "Hey, I'm going through this," and then knowing that you're not alone. That other people are going through this. It's kind of like step one, and then what can we do about it, and how can we build a program? We saw your quiet room up there, and doing little things like that are helpful, but also can lead to the bigger conversation. And we did a panel this week, and we talked about debriefings and having a mental health professional in the debriefing with everybody for that reason. And so I think ideas like that crop up through having these discussions and bringing awareness. So it's getting better slowly but surely.
Well, I think part of it too is we're all the kind of people that we just do what we have to do. Like, this job really is a certain type of person that does this job.
Right.
And we're just used to, "No, I'm fine. We're fine. Everything's fine." And we just do what we have to do. And I think it's okay for us now to say, "You know what, I'm maybe not okay about that one call or that whatever, or this has bothered me." Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, instead of being looked at as weak for that,
Mhm.
I think we're starting to celebrate, like,
Yes.
yes, thank you for speaking up. Now we can get you some help. And that's kind of where we want to be, right? And I know it doesn't happen overnight. And I know a lot of the work people like you are doing right now, you're probably not even going to see the benefits. It's for the next generation.
Yes.
And I get that a lot being here in North Carolina is people wanting to leave 911 better than they found it.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
that's part of the selfless work that you do, taking care of the people that are coming behind you. And that's what's going to
absolutely
make the change.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Yeah, no
Yes,
problem.
thank you very much for what you do and just your support and all of it. It's been great.
That's great.
It's been good to have
It
you
was
on here.
it was good to talk with you. Yeah.
I thought you were going to
Alright.
throw it.
I know.
Right.
Is this one? Okay.
Prize time.
So we got a prize that we're going to be putting out there. This was something that I put together back in 2013, and I'm slowly
Whoa.
bringing them back. I call it Dispatch Cola.
Oh, I like that. Established
I like that
1968.
too.
Yes, 1968.
Isn't that cool?
That's great.
All of the established everything that I put on there has been 1968 because it's when it all started.
So creative.
Yes. So here we go, and
Who's it gonna be?
I'm going to. Oops, I got to put this on the screen really quick.
That's okay.
there
I'll
we
just
go.
keep.
Yeah, you just keep making it dance. Yes. No
It's
faces this time.
mesmerizing. I know I'm used to it now.
Okay. And the winner is
Laura Hines.
Laura Hines.
Congratulations, Laura.
Yes. Congratulations. Very nice. Do you know a Mary Everett?
Yes,
She
that's
says-
that's
says-
our supervisor upstairs.
Oh.
She's the fairy
Oh,
god Mary
that's
tonight.
The Mary,
Oh.
the Mary Godmother.
The Mary godmother.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
That's
Awesome.
her.
Well, thank
Okay.
you. Thank you very much
Thank you both
coming
for
on
being
and for
here.
what you
Thank
do.
We are so
you.
excited that you guys are.
Oh, we are
Thank you.
too.
Yes,
We are
this has been
too.
awesome.
Okay.
All right, let me remove this part.
So does it
here.
automatically take out the people who have won?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's clever. Hello, it's Belle.
Yes, it's Belle. All
We match.
right. Oh, look at that.
Yep.
We didn't
Yep.
even call each other.
No, didn't even plan it.
It all just works out.
It just
So,
happened.
yes, thank you for being on here with us, and please your name and a little bit of your background.
Well, I'm Shakima.
Mhm.
I'm a 911 telecommunicator. My background, I came here in North Carolina to finish school because my mom moved down here. And so I was working at Walmart and I worked there for like 5 years and I was done with school and I'm like, I really need an actual career job. Like, I cannot do this forever for the rest of my life. And my aunt called me. Well, we were talking and I'm like, I need a job. And so she was like, oh, well, you can just go on the county website and fill this one out. The telecommunicator, the one at the bottom. And she says, well, just use this lady as a reference. And and so I filled it out in, I believe, January of that year, 2016. And I didn't get a call back till May.
Oh
I
man.
had forgot about it. And they were like, are you still interested in telecommunications? And I was like, yes. Get me out of Walmart. And so I took the test, and when I did the sit-in, I saw all the technology,
Mhm.
and I sat for about an hour, I believe, and I was like, yeah, I think I can do this. And I felt like it was definitely going to be a career job. So here I am 5 years later.
That's awesome.
I love that. I love that you're saying career job.
Yes,
because it is
Yeah,
Yes.
career.
I'm the type of person I'll stay where I am. I did leave for a year.
Mhm.
I left for a year. When I first got here, I was engaged.
Mhm.
And so I got married and I had 2 kids and night shift.
Oh my. Oh my.
And so I left. I was like, I can't do it anymore because it was very draining at home.
Mhm.
like I still enjoyed doing the job, but it was so draining
Yeah.
having 2 toddlers.
Oh my gosh, I feel you.
Wow.
I can't imagine.
During night shift,
Yeah.
I was deceased.
You were a zombie
Yeah.
walking around all
Right.
the time. I
So
can imagine.
I was able to get my schedule to where I could come back.
Mhm.
So now
Good.
they're stuck with me. So
How old are your
Oh,
kids now?
I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Nice. That is excellent. So I have to ask, do you feel like working that time in Walmart, do you feel like that kind of prepared you a little bit as well
Yes.
for
Yes.
for what you were going to be
The range
dealing
of
with?
human emotions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
The later it got, the crazier you were going to see. But that definitely helped me. I believe every job I've had, I've worked with people.
Mhm.
So this was like great for me because I'm an introvert.
Uh-huh.
I don't really like people, but I love to help people.
Yes, yeah.
So I could sit behind a desk and I don't have to actually be around people, but I can help you in the best way possible. I give you anything you need. It's like, this is great. I will stay here.
Yeah.
Yes. And I do. That's why I love what I do, because I can help people every single day. Yep.
Awesome.
That is
And you
awesome.
do.
Yes.
You really do.
That is excellent. So Kelly here, Kelly Penny, she says, so glad to be stuck with you,
Yes.
Shakima.
I have my 401k. Wait for it to grow.
Career.
Yes.
Oh man. So one last question as we go into the wrap up of this portion here, which it's been awesome to have you here and
Oh,
hear your
yes.
story and everything as well. But how important to you do you feel like this recognition, not just during this week, but all the time, is for the 911 professionals of everywhere?
I think it's very important. Like I said, I feel like I'm doing something important every single day that I'm here. Like, you are literally helping people on their worst days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everyone you talk to, they have a problem that you are assisting in solving. So I feel like because we do something so valuable, we should be treated as we are valuable.
Yes.
Right.
You are valuable.
Yes.
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 And so, I mean, I feel like it should be accomplished.
Well
Perfect.
said.
Yes, well said. Cheers. Here, here. Yes,
Yes.
very much so. Well, it has been awesome to meet you, and the fact that your whole team got in on the theme day today, I mean, that
Yes.
is just excellent. So
Our supervisor is very she likes to force things.
I
It's like, you're going to do this. This is what we're doing.
You heard it here, folks.
yes,
You heard it here
I
first.
love it though. That is awesome, because that also, that keeps morale up and
Mhm.
everything, and it just shows that you're all truly
Yeah.
a team.
And it
That's good.
it helps when you do have other people to do things with you.
Mhm.
Yes,
So we're all doing
right.
this together. We're always going to do things together.
Perfect.
So
I
yeah.
love
Ah,
that.
yes,
It's
love
no
it.
fun to dress up alone.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Mary says, "I heard that."
Oops.
I know we get people in this room and they forget that we're broadcasting.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was awesome.
Oh, thank you, Shakima, for being on
No
and for the
problem.
job that you do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We can tell you really care about
I
people.
do.
Yeah.
It comes across.
Yes.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I love them.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Thank you for being here. Oh, this has been great. This has been so much fun.
Oh yeah, anywhere.
You can just throw them right there.
Just throw them in the trash.
Yes. Thank you,
Just kidding.
dude.
We'll see you later.
See you later.
I'm back.
Oh man,
Guess who's back?
I know.
back again.
There's nothing more I can say.
Pokey's back.
Tell a friend. Okay.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess-
Well,
Sorry.
isn't that special?
Isn't that
Yes.
special?
Um,
So,
So, hold on. Before you move on, I just want to do this just a little bit more. There we go. There. Now it's more framed for all of us here. Oh, we're getting some direction.
yes, we must listen to Sarah. So she wants me to tell how
we got the names for the prizes for the gift cards.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So everyone who registered, Sarah put that into her magic generator name thingy.
Okay.
And that's how she's been
Is that what it's called?
the generator thingy. We call it the generator thingy. But so it's become a staple in the office for so much that we do. But yeah, we have another prize.
All right.
And this one is, Sarah, do you want to read it?
Yes. So this is a Lowe's gift card going to Russell Stanberry from Holly Spring 911. Congratulations, Russell.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yes, and there is a Lowe's in Holly Springs. So
Sweet.
yeah.
Oh,
so-
perfect.
Buy a
yes.
grill.
Yeah.
For
Buy-
$25?
Did I say buy a grill? Get grill accessories. That's what.
Yeah, you said buy a grill.
Grill cover.
grill cover. Get a grill,
Grill
cover.
cover.
Yes.
It's not for that much.
My bad.
Holy
I,
cow.
was- I wasn't- I thought you said 200, even 250 would have.
So-
Anyway, let's continue.
yeah, let's do because we have another guest for
I know, I'm
you
thinking
and this
about
young
grilling
man.
already.
Come on, and so I'm going to turn over the prized headset. Unlike Story. Oh wait, I do match like Story yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're right.
Hey Story, if you're listening,
Story, what up?
I'm fashion these
Yeah.
days.
That's right.
And you have your watch and your earrings and your shoes. Yes. There we go.
I heard you go eat.
And y'all, I'm going on.
You winced.
Yeah, I'm
Please
going
don't
on
hurt
very
yourself.
very few
Please
hours
don't
of sleep
hurt
here.
yourself.
So please excuse the shenanigans.
We're all about shenanigans
Yes,
over here.
that's
are.
what makes this so much fun.
Yes.
This has been good.
Take the hot seat.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Hello. All right, excellent. Thank you for joining us here. If you can kind of scoot in just a little
Scooch in,
bit here.
nice and close.
There we go. Now we've got you on the screen there. So, for everyone that's watching here, please, your name and a little bit of your background. How did you get into dispatching and such?
My name is Michael. I actually got into dispatching because I moved to North Carolina about 8 months ago, actually.
Where'd you move from?
Baltimore.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I moved out here because of my girlfriend. She's going to UNC out here.
Wow.
I
very
applied
cool.
for the job thinking I was going to hear back, and I did.
That's great.
And then I had a really great interview process, and I was pretty shocked that they wanted me. It was great because I come from like a pharmaceutical background.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I don't have like a lot of background in phone taking.
Mhm, mhm.
So it was amazing. It was a great process. And once I got in, I met my supervisor, Marianne, Director Kirby. Great people. Just saying, great people.
Awesome.
Excellent.
That's
yes.
so cool. So you're a newbie.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's right. Yes. When we got up there, I think you were putting out a call at the time that we were taking a
We were all
picture.
having fun.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
in the background. Just
I was just like, I'm gonna work. Don't mind me.
No, I think Mary, who's sitting across from us, was the one who stopped us for a moment. It's like, he's putting a call out, and we're like, oh, like, yeah, we don't want it to go over, and other people hear it and say, hey, chill. We can hear you in the background.
I use my mute switch quite often, so no worries.
Oh, but okay. So the mute switch. Everybody who's watching now that is from dispatch and stuff. There are times though where you go to hit that mute
It
and
don't work.
right. Yes. You think you press the button hard enough, and then you say something, and the person goes, "I'm sorry. What was that?" You're like, "Oh no!" You start sweating.
I'm just there like, ay, Dios mío, no.
Yes.
Like, no, not today.
Right. Oh, that was amazing. Yes. Oh, that was good. Yeah, there were a few times where I would throw out some Spanish words, and of course, people know some of the swear Spanish
Yes.
words. Right. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna get QA'd. Great. Perfect.
I try to stick with English as much as I can, but when it happens, oh Jesus Christ.
I know. Right. So JC Ferguson here, he says the mute switch. Yeah. Well, and also, and I don't know how like the beginning of training was here, but when you were sitting with your trainer, like, did you have like this umbilical cord? Because when I was training, we had the umbilical cord, and there was a switch, and they would hit the switch so they would mute it off of the person listening. So in this scenario, me. So when there's a call that's going over, if I go, the caller doesn't hear. But I remember there was one time when I was training and they hadn't hit the switch, and I gasped, and they're like, "What?" And then, like the caller is getting more upset. I was like, "Oh, like hit the button."
No, actually, we have our own little handhelds at this point.
Oh,
And
wireless?
Yeah, it's wireless.
Until
So
the battery dies, and then everything is an open. Right?
really,
my
I
goodness.
didn't know that. Actually, that's scary.
He's getting some more training right here.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yes. That's
Do you see this one?
what.
The meme, the real hero of 911, the mute button.
Oh, yes. That is
Agreed.
funny. Yes. I wish I could show the pic of mute button meme, the real hero of 911. That is awesome. Kimber over here says, my stomach dropped when I heard that. No, I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm talking to my coworker.
Oh no.
I could just imagine what's going through your mind right now.
Lots of things. Lots.
He's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm done.
So how close are you to being done with training and everything?
I believe a couple more weeks, actually. Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm horrified.
Yes. I love the honesty.
It's real.
That's
We're real
great.
from here.
Yes, no,
Real talk.
that's good though, because I can hear it though, the way you're talking and everything. You know, you're really into it. It's okay to be scared and to be nervous, because this is a crazy job, but also rewarding and everything as well. So, you know, you talking about how you come from more of a pharmaceutical background and not so much public safety. Now that you've been in it and you're about 2 weeks away from going on your own, how has this been for you? Like the importance of the job and just all of it.
It's actually been really great. It actually makes me appreciate more what everyone does. Like coming from, the city, you don't hear good things most of the time.
Yeah.
So now that I'm here and I actually get to work with the police officers, fire department, and emergency people, I appreciate everything they do. It is shocking how much stuff they do. You expect, the movies show it differently, or you see things differently.
Right. Yes.
No, sitting on that chair, on that hot seat, taking those phone calls, giving them out. Yeah, you appreciate a lot what they do.
And how about the fact of, how much they appreciate you and your coworkers as well?
That is very true. I'm shocked because like I said, I'm brand new. I don't have a lot of experience in all this. So it's nice knowing that they actually got your back, just like your supervisor and your director.
Awesome.
It's nice to be in training during telecommunicator week.
Yeah, that as well, because you get you get all the snacks.
You get so many snacks.
Too many donuts. Come on.
Yeah, we got up there and we saw that table, and I don't know about you, but I was ready like, look at the donuts.
Ate too many yesterday. I do not want to think about donuts today.
Oh man, well this is awesome. This has been excellent to have you on here and hear your perspective, especially not coming from public safety, but also coming into it, appreciating it a lot more. I mean, I know a lot of folks that I know that had kind of a similar transition like you. There was a lot of phone calls and stuff, or they would see an accident and they would wonder, I wonder what goes on the other side. And then they realize it's like, there's way more to it than they thought.
Oh yeah. Just a phone call. Just that one phone call can change someone's life.
Yes.
And
Yep.
That's why if you get the chance to do it and it's going to save someone, do it. Go for it. Don't be scared.
Perfect. Awesome.
Oh,
yes.
Well said.
Well done, sir. Very nice. Well, thank you for being on and
Yes.
sharing your background and everything and stories, and enjoy the rest of this week.
Oh, I will.
And have fun with these last 2 weeks. Yeah, because then you're on your own.
I'm on my own after that.
Yes, but also, even though you're on your own, though, you've got all of your people there, and you've just hearing everybody talk, you've got an excellent support system. So,
A shift is best shift. I'm just saying.
Oh,
throwing down.
There it is. Gauntlet's
Fighting
been thrown.
words.
Yes. Well, thank you again for being on.
Thanks,
this has been
Michael.
awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate
and,
it.
Yeah, we
Best
appreciate
of
it, man.
luck.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're going to
All
be
right.
great.
Yes.
You're going to be
Thank
great.
you.
Excellent. All right. This has been good. Good. Oh man, everyone's talking A shift. Let's go. In the audience, that's great. All right. So this was okay. And let's see if you want to show this. one off
Okay,
here.
so this is 911 Wonder Woman Strong.
Yeah. And we've got Mary coming in here to join us. Mary Godmother, right?
Mary
Mary
Godmother.
Godmother. Yes. All right. So I'm going to pull this up here on the screen, and then we are going to choose a winner.
Here we go. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Stop. Oh, that's great. And the winner is
Amy Hufford. Congratulations, Amy.
Yes. Very nice. I'm all clapping. It's got a clapping thing in there already. So congratulations, Amy. And they will be getting a hold of you here very soon. All right. So let me take this off of the screen here and remove this name as we continue forward. And we bring on the Mary Godmother.
The
The
Mary
Mary
Godmother.
Godmother.
The Mary Godmother. Yes. I love it. I mean, you got your
my
hair
hair.
like
The
all
hair.
of
That, I
it.
didn't have a whole lot of work with that. That's like 50 years of
That's
preparing
that's
for it.
incredible.
The
I
gray.
know. Like that
I
is
could not do that if
killer.
I tried.
I know.
Cute.
Like 2 snaps and a twist. So you just and then you've got your
My
your
little
wand
wand.
as well.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Very very cool. Oh,
We need a photo op,
yes,
obviously.
photo op. Yes, and the glasses as well.
Yes.
Dig the glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, the
I
color.
have to
Everything
have
is on
these
point.
to hear. That's
Uh,
what my group tells me anyway. They'll
Oh.
tell me, put your glasses on so you can hear what I'm asking. Okay.
That's funny. It's like when people say, "Close your eyes; they won't see you."
Right.
Well,
Wait, that doesn't work?
sometimes, only in Texas. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on and taking a moment to join us. It was awesome for us to be up there with all of you and the crew and to take that picture, but also just to see how all of you work together and everything. Let's see. Over here, we've got George or Jorge saying, "Go Mary Ann, she's the best."
Oh, that's so sweet.
Very nice.
Oh.
All right. So a little bit of background, Mary, please.
I have been in this business for 27 years. I am going to be retiring next year, so I'm excited
Oh,
about that.
wow.
Yeah, I'm going to do something totally different. Time for a break, time for a me
Yeah.
time.
Yes, absolutely.
I enjoy it. It is such an honorable career. It really is. I mean, you get rewarded every day working in this business. It will wear and tear on you mentally and physically. However, you just go with it, knowing that you're helping someone helps out.
Yes.
But I was married to a police officer, so I was in the business. My sister was a homicide investigator, so everything was law around me. So
Yeah.
I actually started this because I wanted to be the police officer also. And then when I had a friend that says, you know what, to get your foot in the door, just go 911. So I did that, and I never left the door.
A lot of that happens to a lot of
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 27 years.
Wow.
What was one of the things that really kept you in that spot?
I think it's because I don't do the same thing every day like everybody else does.
Yes.
It's something different all the time. I may have the same task, but it's somebody different, some kind of phone call that's different. Everything is different. And I like that. It keeps me interested.
I love that. How about one of the just kind of thinking back on your career, anything, kind of some of those moments that really solidified that you were doing what you were meant to do?
Oh my goodness. I think with a lot of the ones that dealt with the elderly or the children, those were the two that stand out the most. And I've always tell my people when we have briefing, when it's a holiday like Easter, I said, if you get a bad call today, you're never going to forget it. I promise you that. When it happens on those holidays, you never forget them. So,
Right.
I mean, it's a lot. God, I don't even know. My world, 27 years has been, my husband, he hears everything when I get home. So he could probably tell me more than I can say.
Right.
So,
Yeah. If he was in the audience, he'd probably be typing out. Like,
He-
talk
he
about this
would,
one. Or
yeah.
talk about this one.
yes, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah. So how about the importance of this week as well?
Oh, I love it. The teamwork that we have. I think we're the spirited group here. A Shift is a good group. We all work together. And actually, we had one of the young ladies, Azalea, the Pocahontas.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
the one that said, let's do Disney. And we're like,
Oh.
really? We don't want to do Disney. But we did it because she wanted to do it. And we're having a ball with
Y'all
it.
did
We
it
really
well.
are.
Yeah.
Thank you. We enjoy it.
Yes.
It's our spirit week.
I live in Orlando, so I'm used to like right at home with the Disney.
Yes. Well, I have a grown daughter, so they had to refresh my memory on all these characters.
Yes.
They're
it's
like,
been a
you
lot.
need to be the godmother. And I was like, okay, I could do that.
It's perfect. It's just perfect.
Yes.
So you're about to retire next year.
Mhm.
What would you tell baby Mary Ann, baby dispatcher Mary Ann?
Mm.
getting started, like Michael?
If I had to start now, it would be much more difficult because of all the technology and stuff. These young people, they're grooming me on all this new technology, and I just went with the flow. We did our training each time we would change CADs and stuff like that, so that helped me out. So if I had to learn all that over again, I probably wouldn't have stayed this long. So, but no, I think it's so rewarding. I mean, I don't know what else to tell them on that. They would enjoy that part of it. They really would.
Yeah, we heard yesterday too, some of the young blood coming in and some of the more seasoned professionals. It's so nice to work together in that way because you have different strengths, and having that mutual respect both ways, I think is something that really helps while you're working together in the center.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I tell Michael a lot is I might have 27 years under my belt, but you're teaching me some things because we forget all these little shortcuts with the CAD, and because we get set in our ways. And he actually will sit down and teach me. And I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. So, I mean,
awesome.
they definitely, they help us out a lot. It doesn't matter how many years you've been here. Everybody works well together.
Very cool.
I think having a lot of people come in too that are newer and learning from them, it kind of takes you back to when you first started. And
training was so horrible. It really was. And I told Michael that. I said, I used to go home and cry, like, why did I choose this career? Because it's very difficult because training is so hard because you got to do everything exactly. You got somebody over here telling you something to do. You got somebody in your ear. It is very difficult, very difficult. And that's why I try to support the new people coming in saying, you got this, you got this. And Michael is doing very well. He's with me now. So that's the end of the road before he gets signed off.
Oh, you gotta go through.
That's probably why he was trying to impress me when I was in here.
Smart man.
Yes.
No, that is awesome. You know, all of your time through it, but also, you know, you're a trainer as well. So I kind of feel like, you know, a lot of people that I've spoken to, when they end up moving up to being a trainer, it's one of two things, right? Either they had real good training and they wanted to move into that role to be able to continue that legacy of good training, or they had horrible training and they want to change that for those who are coming in so that you can leave it in a better place than where you found it.
Exactly.
So for you, I'm guessing it was.
I started off at the very bottom and I worked my way up. I was a CTO, then I went to the communications training officer, then I went to a lead communications training officer, then I did the corporal, then I did a sergeant, then I did a lieutenant, and now I'm a captain. I'm at the end. Yes.
Man, well, congratulations.
Thank
This
you.
this has been awesome. And how close did you say you are to retirement?
I'll be retiring in 2024 November. I'm looking at the director there. He's going to help me go out the door a little bit earlier, I hope.
Well, I think is happy of a moment as it'll be for you, and congratulations as well for everything that you've done and currently do. But it's going to leave, you know, a spot where people are just, it's going to be a bittersweet moment.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be. It'll be sad, but I'm going to go to cosmetology when I leave here. So I'm going to be doing something totally different. Going back to school at 60 years old can be scary, but I'm ready.
Oh, we never stop learning.
Yes, never stop learning.
You're going to be great at it. Look what you
I
can do.
know.
You're going to be great at
point.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, I can tell.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for everything that you do, and just the passion, you know, all of it. You can feel it from you. So thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us and
Best
everything.
of luck in
Thank
the next
you.
adventure.
Yes, it's going to be awesome.
I know.
Excellent. All right. So before we have our next person coming up here, I think we have another giveaway possibly. All right. So we're gonna have that up here in just one moment, and then I think we only have a few more before we end
Jason.
up going on to our break here. All right. We've got our giveaway thrown at us.
Okay. We have an Amazon gift card.
Like Ninja Star style.
And the winner is Kevin Sellers from Clay County 911.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Well done. Well done. Excellent. All right.
Oh my goodness. Y'all.
We've got another person coming up here. We got Jason.
There's a little stinky boy in here. Sorry, my voice goes up by 50 octaves.
I can, yes.
Who is
Oh, that's great.
this?
This is Winston.
Winston.
Hello,
Hi.
Winston.
Can I pet him?
Of course.
Oh my goodness, you're such a good boy.
He's so soft.
You're so soft. Oh, how old is Winston?
Hop down so we can get.
He's a big boy.
Oh,
Hi.
that is great.
He said I'm coming to lick you.
Yes, you can.
So he
All
is
right.
a 11-month-old standard poodle,
Mhm.
and he'll be a year old on May 9th. And he's our first therapy dog at the sheriff's office.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, scoot in here, Jason. Let's get this here. All
Is
right,
he
there
as
we
big-
go.
I'm sorry, is he as big as he's going to get? Or
He's
is-
probably got like 5 or 10 more pounds. but,
Holy cow.
What?
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Sorry, I'm distracted now.
I know.
I know. Welcome to my day.
Jason's like, I no longer
Oh,
exist.
man. Yeah.
Because I have Winston.
Do I even need to put the headphones on? Should we put the headphones on, Winston, and you guys can interview?
Yeah. The rolling joke at the office is everyone's like, "Hey, Winston," and 3 or 4 minutes later they're like, "Oh, hey, Jason."
Oh, Jason's here. When did you show up?
Yeah.
Winston drove Jason. So,
Yes.
well,
Oh, my
Jason,
goodness.
thank you for joining us here. This is
Thank
awesome
you.
to have you on, and a little bit of background for those who are watching, please.
Yeah. Well, this is year 10 for me. I started out Raleigh Wake Emergency Communications here in Raleigh, in the capital city. And after a few years there, moved over to the sheriff's office, and I currently serve there now as the public safety IT architect. So basically, I'm the IT manager for our 911 center and all things related to that. And I'm currently the North Carolina unit president.
Nice. So, how has the transition and everything been?
It's been
Uh-oh.
it's been a wild ride lately.
Yeah.
I in between those two last couple of years, I served on the IT security team for our group, and so I've just come back into the PSAP world full time about 60 days ago. So we just had a new sheriff get elected as well. So it's been a lot of transition. I've been working from home for almost 3 years now. I'm back in the office full time.
Wow.
4 weeks in, we picked up Winston, and so it's all good. But it's been a lot of whirlwind here lately.
Oh man. Yeah. So how for those who are watching and everything, the amount of training that goes into, therapy dog, like with Winston and everything. Can you kind of talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So he's in the start of about 6 to 12 months of training, really. Some of that is kind of hours based. So there'll be classroom training, going to school, seeing an instructor, a little bit of boarding away from us. And then the rest is collecting enough hours to get certification, basically. But sort of the entryway into that is K9 Good Citizen, as most folks will be familiar with. It's kind of like the puppy school, the basic obedience school from AKC. And then after that, you can go a couple of different routes. Some folks, do service dog training for like folks that have PTSD. A lot of veterans will have dogs like that. We're doing the therapy route and the crisis response route. So he'll go off for about 2 weeks of training here in a couple of months. And, we'll do some classroom stuff back and forth. But it's really, it's kind of interesting, being in a law enforcement agency and being around lots of working dogs. The training's like completely opposite. We're training this guy to be like the floofer that comes around and is calm, but we've gotten really lucky with him. He's you can't see him, but he's just laid out asleep already under our feet over here. And
Man.
Temperament is everything, and he's been perfect. I feel sorry for the next handler when they get a wild puppy, because he's been a joy.
Does he? This is a stupid question.
There is no stupid questions.
Does he provide therapy for the other working dogs as well?
He's terrified of them.
Oh, wait a minute. So is this a real live version of that meme that it shows like a dog next to a canine and it says, do dogs get, afraid when there's a canine officer dog walking around?
He's like, that is a fur missile and it's going to eat me.
Oh man, that is awesome. No, I wanted you to explain that as well and how all of that works, because I know there's been I don't know if you've ever seen it on social media, but people will ask, like, how does that actually work for a dog coming into a center and providing that type of comfort? And it's hard to explain, especially because I'm not a handler or anything, but I've had moments like with Ryan Chambers' dog where, he just kind of walked up and smashed himself into me. I was like, oh,
There you go.
he knows. He's like, give me a hug.
Yeah.
Chase.
That's this guy too. He's a leaner. So we took him upstairs a few minutes ago, and he walked around. He was kind of greeting everybody, and then he just walked over to one of the folks that was working and just standing on two legs, leaning into her. And he knows a friend when he sees one.
Right.
Yeah.
How's that experience been for you?
It's been great.
Yeah.
I don't think that I've ever had more fun, and especially in the 911 world, than getting to bring a dog to work every day.
Right.
And,
Yes.
it's great. He sleeps under my desk. He's got this beautiful, nice, pushy bed in the corner over there, plushy bed rather. And, no, he's under the desk, laid across my feet. He's determined that he's not going to miss. That way, if I move, he's like, okay, where are we going?
Yeah.
We're working on like off leash training right now and walking. And so he just ducks his head into everybody's office when we come by, but he loves being in the 911 center. I think the most. He gets to play with 5 or 6 people at a time. He's running around. There's lots of things flashing around and, all the stuff that he's like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
But, we left him for the first time. My group went out to lunch and we left him in comms, and we were just like, okay, we'll see how this goes. And, they had a vehicle pursuit followed by a foot chase. There was a lot of yelling apparently. And I walked back in and he's laid on his back, tongue hanging out of his mouth, slept through the whole thing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, that is great.
What a good boy.
But I bet though, everyone going through all of that and just simply seeing that also gives a feeling of just like, like, we just went through all of this potential hell, that was going on in 911, but we've got him right there to look at, and that can bring some comfort as well.
It does. Across the entire agency, he's been with us almost 2 months now, and it's really palpable, the difference that he makes. And when he walks into the 911 center or into anybody's office, you can feel the mood lift instantly. And, God forbid I go in somewhere and don't have him, because then it's, where's Winston?
What are you doing?
Yeah. But, it's been great for us. And he's yet to go out on a peer team deployment with our group from Nina. But, he and Chase will be rivals out there now. So we'll see.
Snaps.
Yeah. I'm leaning over to look at the screen because I'm waiting for Ryan. Yeah.
To pop in there. Yeah. I haven't seen him yet, but
Kaylee's posting Poodle Patrol. Our K9 team made a caricature of him, and it's a poodle wearing big sunglasses, and it says Wake County Sheriff's Office K9 Poodle Patrol, and it's made it onto the door of my office.
That's perfect.
Oh, that is great.
He needs his own merch.
Yes. Yeah.
It's coming.
Winston koozies.
That is really good. That would be awesome. Yeah. Dude. Okay. You all heard it here first. So we've got a giveaway that we're going to be doing here in just a moment, but I just want to say thank you, Jason, for everything that you do and for coming on and all. And I can just, imagine, especially during this week, if you're going around and visiting other centers and stuff, that Winston just brings a lot of comfort and stuff.
He does. It's been a great addition to our team. We had our wellness retreat earlier this year, which was a huge success. We've done a couple of deployments for the peer team out of Nina since then, and back over the summer or into the fall, where we had to add an active shooter in Raleigh. And so we spent 10 days seeing about 300 responders, both from the field side and the PSAT world.
Wow.
After that, and we were like, we need a dog. And of course, we had Chase, but we wanted one locally, and so our EMS department's got 2 dogs. This is our first. We're looking at 3 more.
Oh my gosh.
It's just been a great way to break the ice. It's he's allowed us to facilitate peer conversations with folks that I would never expect. You get these, big law enforcement officers who are like, "What is this poodle doing here?" And the next thing you know, they're on the floor, they're rubbing in, and there's a great conversation going on. So it's a great tool. Whether it's just a visit and a rub their head, or we're actually doing some some real purposeful work there with some intent. But it's a great tool, and I think I really think every PSAP needs a dog.
Yes.
Heard it here.
Yeah.
For PSAP needs a dog. Do you go through training too? I figured. Okay.
Yeah, they go through training, and so like the group that we're working with, they'll train him, and then I'll go out, and then he'll teach me what he's learned, basically. So they work with the professional handlers, and then they come out and do handler training so that you can continue it on at home.
Very
cool. Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for
absolutely.
being on.
Good to see you guys.
Yes, you as well.
You too.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah.
It has. Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, we've only seen each other virtually for the last couple of years.
Right. Yeah, I think the other time was at the North Carolina conference.
Yeah. Cool.
That was that long ago.
Well, thanks for having me.
2019? Yeah, something like that.
It's been that long.
Yes. But yes, thank you for being on. This has been good. And then if you can read that name off of there, we've got is a $25 Amazon gift card.
A familiar name too. It is for Elizabeth Nix from Hendersonville Police.
Woo!
Awesome. Congrats.
Congratulations.
It's a $25 Amazon card too.
Yes. Awesome.
Go buy a
Thank
grill.
you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See you guys.
No, you're not gonna- See you later.
Come here, Winston.
Oh, Winston.
he
like-
was just laying there. Look at him.
He's like a baby.
Yes. That was great. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
I'm not gonna get a wet willy
That
this
was
time.
awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that
Yo,
was.
he picked him up
I
like
know.
a baby.
Yes, you should have. I wish all of you could have seen that just a moment ago, because Winston was looking up at Jason like you're gonna pick me up. Like, yeah, we're gonna move, but you're picking me up. Oh man,
Oh,
that
what
is
a good
awesome.
boy.
That is very cool. All right, so we've got Aladdin coming up.
Aladdin.
Yes.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
That's what they say.
Oh, that is great. Okay, let me continue on here, and then come in here just a little more. So we
I
can
can't
see
help
you on
but
the
notice
screen.
your stork pin as well.
Yes.
Yes,
Awesome.
congratulations. Well done.
Okay, let's see the lamp. There she is. Oh.
Woo!
First
I
things
know.
first.
I'm like, it's coming out. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on here with us this morning. And so your name and a little bit of your background, please.
Well, thank you guys for being here. It's an honor to meet you guys. My
thank
name
you.
is
Been
Kelly,
awesome.
and I've been here for 6 years. First time ever doing anything like this before.
Wow, really? So kind of like Michael and everything. So what was your background before?
Customer service.
Mhm.
And I don't know if this is correct or not, or
Just say it.
Uh-oh.
I compare this to customer service on steroids.
Yes.
I can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. For
Because
sure.
you never know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And, you have to be ready for anything, but you're still helping people.
Right. Exactly. So do you feel like what you were doing before kind of prepared you for what you're doing now? In a way, a little bit of it?
In a way, yeah. Because you have to know how to talk to people and you have to know how to treat people.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's responders, callers, whatever. You know, you're talking to people, so you have to know how to do that.
Right. It's your foundation. You got that foundational training that if you don't have that, it's hard to pick up while you're trying to pick up everything that's being thrown at you in the
Yeah,
911 center.
Of course. I mean, and then there's skills that can be taught, but then there's some that have to kind of be natural.
Yes.
It takes a special person, really.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of folks have said that, and it's not, I mean, it's something that we can't say enough, right? That it takes a special person to be able to do this job, because there's so much that goes into it. Now, for the time that you've been doing this, if you can just kind of think back on it a little bit, what has been kind of the most rewarding part of what it is that you do?
It's hard to narrow that down to just one thing. It's, just helping people during their worst times and hopefully making a difference for somebody out there, whether it's one person or 1,000.
Love that. And how about the type of support and everything that you have? Because as we saw, and as we have folks coming in, you're an excellent team. So,
A shift.
A shift, yeah. a shift. All of you are, you're working on this, you're working together. But the other thing too that I'm so glad that I'm mentioning right now as well is the fact that when we were all lined up to take that picture, this was for everybody watching right now. I wish you could have been there because we're lined up for this picture. And there was a moment where 2 or 3 of you on your mics were answering at that time as we were doing it. Like, that's multitasking. That is dispatch right there.
Yeah,
That was cool.
And that's what's expected. It's not an I position. It's a we. We can't. Nobody can do this job alone. There's no way.
You are exactly correct, because it takes that well-oiled machine, right? All of you working together and just supporting each other. And we could feel it in the room, just how everyone was talking to each other. And it's a hard job, but there was also all these smiles and everything that were coming with it. So when you kind of think about this week as well, National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, how important is this to you, the recognition, but not just this week, but all the time?
Well, I don't think any one of us do this job for the recognition.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Obviously, it's nice. I think it's nice to be able to dress up as a character and
Yeah.
and just kind of be out of the norm for a little bit. But I don't really think anybody does it for the recognition. Yeah. Like I said, it is appreciated, but it's not expected.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being on and just taking this time to talk with us and share a little bit about you as well. And it was awesome for us to be up there with your team. And man, I would have loved to have worked with all of you. That would have been great.
Oh, Focus going to rub the lamp.
I have to rub the lamp.
Make a wish.
Yeah. Well, the Mary Godmother expects nothing but the best from us. So we try to live up to her expectation.
Awesome.
Yeah. What you like, in your opinion, what cultivates that awesome team effort up there? Because, you don't find that everywhere.
True.
It's the leadership. It's, like I said, we know what's expected. We know that we're to have each other's backs. There's a time for fun, but there's also professional, and we know the boundary.
Awesome.
So
strong boundaries.
Yes.
Leadership and strong boundaries.
Boom. You heard it here. That's the way to do it. Awesome. Well,
Thank
thank you
you
so much for being on. This has been good. And
thank you guys.
the outfit is great.
Yes,
Just
yes,
love it. Yes.
Come back Halloween.
Oh, we'd love to. Oh my gosh, fall around here.
Halloween would be great.
That would be amazing.
Yes. Thank you so much for
Thank
what
you,
you
guys.
do. Thank you for being here.
Thank
Thank
guys.
you.
That's very awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pocahontas is on her way.
Modern day.
Yes.
Modern day. Yes. All right. Get up in here. I'm just going to take a quick swig here. Oh, actually, right before we start this, was there another giveaway that we were doing at all? Or
It's just like,
Yeah.
Here, take this.
I was kind of hoping you were going to toss it a little bit more so I could throw my face. What?
I'll do that next time.
Oh. I was just
It's like
okay.
dodgeball.
I know. I was
Dodge
joking,
prize.
but okay. All right. So really quick, we're going to do this giveaway here. So this is going to be a emergency whiskey T-shirt. This was one that I did back in 2013 as well, and I'm slowly bringing it back. There's a lot of people who've been asking for it. So as you've heard me say, Code 7 Podcast Network. That's the code number 7 that's in there as well. In dispatch, code 7 for us was emergency traffic. You're listening to this only, which is why I kind of added that to the podcast network, because you're listening to this at the moment. So let me put this on screen here, and we are going to go for our winner.
I never knew that.
Really?
I meant to ask you like a bazillion times, and I never did.
Oh, I
Learned
thought
something new today.
I thought I had told you.
Well, you might have.
A lot of people. Oh, see. All right. Let me let's go ahead and pick a winner here. Let's see. And the winner is
Vanessa.
Vanessa. There's no last name.
No last name. That's
But
fine.
we have your email.
Yes.
And
We can email Vanessa.
yes, and we will get that out there. So so we're gonna yep, smashed you in the face.
It's
Sorry.
like in elementary school when you got points off for not writing your last name at the top of the page.
Oh.
Points off. Vanessa.
Whoops. Whoops. Oh, that is funny. That is funny. Oh, wait, Michael says, sheesh, that shirt looks amazing. Bring it upstairs. Oh, that's Michael. I'll have to hook you up, bro.
Michael, let us know when the cord is cut.
Yes.
We'll get
yes,
you one.
and we'll hook you up. So, our modern day Pocahontas.
Hello.
Hello. Bring it in here. Bring it in here
Yes,
so we can get you
scooch
more
in.
on the screen here. So, your name and your background. How did you get started in public safety, please?
Well, my name is Azalea, and this is my first time being in this type of business. I've also had a background in customer service before this as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so this is new.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did you start?
I started back in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I've been here 5 years.
Wow.
And obviously, you're digging it. So,
I am.
So-
I like to help people.
oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very good. So then, your time doing customer service before, as I asked others before,
Mhm.
do you feel like it prepared you?
It did. It really did. And I have like 10 years in customer service prior to this job. So it does prepare you, like Kelly said, on how to, speak to people and how to, be at their beck and call when they need it, especially when in an emergency.
Mhm.
So, yes. Yeah.
You have a very soothing voice.
Well, thank
Yes.
you.
Perfect for 911.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, very much so. Because a lot of
Mhm.
times when people are calling in, they're calling in when they're living basically their nightmare and stuff. And
Yes.
to hear a voice like yours, just
Mhm.
to be calm and even keeled and everything,
Mhm.
that is what you want.
Yes, it is. I've had officers tell me that even on the worst calls, I maintain like the same voice through every dispatch, through every call. It's kind of like the same tone.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome
Yeah.
to be able to calm yourself enough to keep that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank
Right.
you.
And to get that type of feedback from those
Mhm.
out in the field as well. That is
Mhm.
always good to be able to hear, because you're doing well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and people don't hear that a lot or enough, and so
Mhm.
I'm glad that it seems like all throughout this state, the people that we've been talking to, everyone is just like really together.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Community.
Yeah. It's a team effort. And being in Orange County, I've noticed that they are like a family, so they're very close knit. And I like that. You're now outnumbered. Like everybody knows you,
Mhm.
and I like that here. So, yeah.
So how about some of the calls that you've taken in the past? Any of those?
It's one in particular that kind of got me. It was a call where his wife he knew it was coming. She was getting ready to pass away, but he was just so sweet on the phone. He asked my name, and he told me that he appreciated me, and it was just, I don't know, it was just so sweet to know that we have those callers who are just very appreciative of what we do, and that one kind of just, it got me a little bit. I had to kind of get up and walk away after, but it's just to know that we're appreciated, even in the worst times. That means a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Yeah, that would get me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So how about this week? As we were saying already, with a lot of your folks who've come down here, everyone all dressed up and everything.
Yes.
What does this week mean to you then?
This week means a lot because I'm actually getting ready to resign and go back home to Alabama. Yes, yes. So this week has just been awesome. A-Shift, they are full of life, full of joy, and I'm normally the quiet one, but this week it's kind of brought me out of my little shell. So
Yeah.
it's been awesome. It's been awesome. Yeah.
Where in Alabama?
Mobile.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I lived in Birmingham for about 7 years.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Can't you tell by my accent?
When I moved here, people told me I had an accent. I was like, no. They was like, yes. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man! So when you end up moving back, are you going to be in the same profession, or are you going to be doing other things?
I'll be in the same profession.
Awesome.
So we know some of those folks down in Mobile.
Yeah.
Do you know which center you'll be at?
It will be the communication center, City of Mobile, off of Ziegler Boulevard.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'll talk to chat with Leah.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell Azalea's coming.
Yes.
Get her involved.
Yes. Yes. I'm trying to be in everything. So yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for what was that?
Not for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I will say while I'm here, I have really, really enjoyed my time here. Everybody has been so like loving and so nurturing. They've been so nice the 5 years that I've been here. So it is bittersweet. And the leadership, Kirby and the supervisors here, I work with all of them here, and just working with all of my teammates, I really enjoy the teamwork and how we all can come together. So I really enjoy my time here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, thank you for what you do and what you're going to continue to do, and good luck. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Oh,
Your
hold
next
on.
adventure.
Kelly Penny here says, Azalea, you're going to make Aladdin cry.
Oh. They're gonna
Oh,
miss
man.
you.
Yeah, they're gonna
I
miss
can
you.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
thank
awesome.
you.
Yes, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for coming on and for the job that you do.
All
Thank you.
right, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
Wow. I
yes.
know. Oh.
This has been really good for all of you who are watching and listening. I mean, wow, this has been amazing. So much good stuff that's going on, and I think we are going to be going into our break now, and we will return here in about 15-20 minutes or so, and then we're going to finish off the second half, do some more giveaways, and we got Pokey up in this piece, and
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Awesome stories.
yes,
Awesome.
yes,
Awesome.
this whole morning has been
Awesome.
excellent.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you have your stork people.
I know,
You're
I
official.
know. Oh,
Thank you
I
very
know.
much.
This is awesome. Thank you so much for that. And we'll be back here in just a little bit, and we will finish it off.
Yeah, we'll have some fun virtual guests. You just never know who's going to show up. Stay tuned.
We'll see you here in just a moment.
Bye.